Recognize this ship? It's the Bluenose, and it's graced Canada's dime for years. It's almost as familiar a symbol to our country as the maple leaf. Hi, I'm Lynette Louise, and today on Cross Country Cookin, we're cooking on the Bluenose too, in Lunenburg, Nova Scotia.
Cross Country Cookin', brought to you by Campbell's. More delicious ideas in every tin. Good. And Sifto, baking soda, naturally. And Eaton's, good satisfactory or money refunded.
Hi, I'm Lynette Louise, and today we're cooking haddock on the renowned Bluenose schooner. We're cooking two recipes, a seafaring chowder that's so easy it starts with a can of soup, and a traditional seaman's dish called man in a pan. But before we get to cooking, let's take a look at Lunenburg, Nova Scotia, one of Canada's most charming historical towns.
Just imagine life in the 1700s and 1800s when these magnificent homes were built by shipbuilders and sea captains. Many of these larger homes have widows' walks where families would go to watch the schooners return after 2 months at sea. It was from the widows' walks they would see the flag at half-mast and know someone had been lost. Fishing was not without risk. But it's not only fine homes that have been preserved. The Lunenburg Academy on top of Gallows Hill is still the local school. With its towers and mansard roof, it is one of many heritage buildings. Every year, thousands of visitors to Lunenburg are captivated by the stories of the sea and this historic town. It is the sea and the history and courage of these maritime people, German and Swiss, British and French settlers, who came to farm, then built ships and went to sea, which captures our imagination. The Bluenose, too, moored outside the Fisheries Museum, is now an ambassador for Nova Scotia.
Lunenburg was once one of the most active fishing ports in the Maritimes. Haddock is not just a staple here, it's a part of the culture, a way of life.
Life for a fisherman is not easy. He's dependent on fish stocks, so there can be lean times for fishermen like Jeffrey Zink.
My name is Jeff, and I fish for a living, inshore fishing. Haddock is kind of a thing of the past right here now. I don't know unless they come back. Codfish, pollock is mostly what we're catching now. I love it. It's my life, I guess. I love the water. I worked on construction, I hated it. I'm back on the water and I love it. I'll fish till I retire or can't work or they make me or take me out of it or something. Now, I always want to be in my boat as long as I can.
The Lunenburg salt bank fishermen were hardy eaters. When they were at sea, they ate well and often. The work was strenuous and they were often cold, so they needed a diet high in protein. Today's recipes, the hearty clam chowder and the original man in the pan with salt pork and haddock, were fine fare for hungry fishermen. When we come back, I'll be on the deck of the Bluenose with our singing, ditty-writing sea cook, Jim Pittman. Meet Jim Pittman, our sea cook for today. Okay, Jim, since we're sitting on the Bluenose, let's start with that. What can you tell me about the Bluenose?
Well, she was built in 21, I believe, and she was built specifically to race against the Yanks from Gloucester. Years ago, of course, the boys would meet anyone even sailing from here, a little fun, have a little race down to the fishing grounds. And of course, if the Yanks were alongside, well, let's just race against them, and that's how it began.
You do have some history on ships yourself.
Oh,
You've been, what, you've been a cook on a trawler, is that right?
Yes, ma'am, sure was, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
So when did you first start doing that?
Well, I went back to sea, I came back home from Ontario, or Upper Canada as we call it then. But anyway, back in '74 I came home and with my wife and 4 sons. And 1980 I went back to sea full time, just one trip, Usually 1 or 2 trips, and that'll be enough, and be a hang ashore and enjoy things. And, 14 years later.
You're still here. What's the difference between working in a kitchen and a ship's galley?
Well, first and foremost, just keep in mind that at sea there's always an earthquake. Everything is moving. Just think of it this way. You're out at sea for a long spell, and the galley is like home in a sense. The smells. You're more or less, a father confessor too, in the sense that the boys have maybe a bit of a problem. They'll tell the cook, you know, and even the old man has to have someone to talk to once in a while, right? So I tell the cook. And if you want any information, of course, you got to go see the cook because he knows it all. From the galley grapevine, both sides.
Okay, it sounds sort of like being a fisherman's bartender.
Yeah, right on. Yeah, I suppose it is.
Okay.
But I must say this, though, that the only thing that's ever spilled in the galley is a stew or molasses or something sticky and gooey. Never a loaf of bread, never.
Why is that?
That's just the way that it is. He's testing you.
Well, I want you to show me how to cook in a galley, and I think that you're going to start with a traditional dish called man in the pan. So I'm going to invite you to, or get you to invite me down into the galley, and we'll go do that.
We'll do it for sure.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go.
What a great stove!
Oh yes, indeed. She's a grand old lady, eh?
How old is it?
It's about a good 60 years old for sure. Yeah, see, look, it used to be a coal stove one time. Now they made it into oil back years ago. Got right modern.
That's great. Are we cooking on this?
You betcha. Hey, when's a good meal come off here?
Now I'm getting excited.
Ah.
Okay. Oh, okay. This is where we're cooking?
Yes, we are. But before we cook, hey, look, I got a little gift for you here. It's called an apron. Now you put that onto yourself, and away we go.
Okay. Now I feel like a real galley cook.
Well, now you know what a galley slave is all about, or you're going to find out.
Okay, you get over here. Tell me, first of all, what's a man in the pan?
Man in the pan. Well, now, man in the pan is an old-fashioned recipe we used to use. Let's see, it can be made with meat or beef, you know, pork, whatever, chicken. And what it is well, here in this case, it's fish. Fresh haddock, as a matter of fact. Be careful, it's fresh. You might have to slap it. You make you blush.
Oh, okay.
But anyways, what it is, you put it in this pan, you see, and it's effectively with the old-fashioned salt pork scraps. We turn those, we fry them out after they're cubed.
Whoa. Why do they call it a man in the pan?
Well, a man in the pan because you got to call it, you got to call it something, so why not say man in the pan?
Oh,
I don't know.
thought you'd have this great story for me, and it's just, all right. Well, let's start by making sure that we have all the ingredients.
Right.
Okay? So we have a 1/4 pound of salt pork, rasher. What's a rasher?
A rasher of salt pork.
Okay.
And off a rasher of salt pork, you take roughly 1/4 pound. Cut it off.
All right, and we've cut it into cubes, and it's not cooked. Perfect.
Right.
Now we need 2 medium onions sliced and separated into
or
rings.
as many as you want, you know.
Well, all right, so we have 2 medium.
Yeah.
And you're happy with that?
I'm delirious.
Okay. We want 2 pounds of haddock fillets, cut into serving size portions. Is that
Right.
what we've got?
Yep.
All right. Clove of garlic chopped. And flour for thickening and mixed with cold water. Do we have our cold water? Well, I'll get it from the bucket later. Okay.
Got a hold.
That's all right. Okay, so we're ready?
Yep.
What do we do?
Well, first of all, what we'll do now is just put the fish right in here. I'll just grab this here. And what I want you to do is, how about you grabbing that plate over there and scuffing that garlic and salt pork and onions on that plate.
Okay, now what?
Well, right over here, right over to the stove here now. Now just put your pork right inside here. Put your pork right in the pan.
Have we greased this pan?
No, don't worry about it. We'll throw a little.
It's already hot, right?
Yeah, good. Let her sizzle up.
Oh, okay.
And we'll give her a scuff here. What do I do with that spatula? Here we are.
Okay, got your spatula?
Right here. Here we are. Give her a nice little grutch here. You know the old cooks used to say, if it's smoking, it's cooking. If it's burnt, it's done. Eh?
Well, it's smoking, so I guess it's
Oh,
cooking.
we got a nice hot pan. That's what we want to do, is to get the fat, loosened out from the pork. So that gives you a bit of, it draws the flavor out, eh? Okay, I guess you can put your onion in now and your garlic.
Ready?
Yep.
Okay, garlic first?
Yep, here you go.
Okay.
Doesn't make any mind, just put her in.
All right. Oh, just
Yeah, dump
pop
it all in, that's it.
Okay, there we go.
Now, give her a little stir here.
How long are you going to stir and
Well,
cook
you
for?
want to make until the onions are as limp as a wet rooster's tail feathers.
Oh, that's pretty limp,
Yeah,
isn't it?
that's pretty sure. But just saute them until the onions are, draw the flavor out, eh?
Okay.
Oh, that should be just about good now. See, a little bit of like wet rooster's tail feathers?
Okay, that looks, well, it's not quite the same color, but it looks pretty wet.
Well, it's not the cock of the walk, you know.
Let's get over here. What do we do next?
Now what we do is just sprinkle same over here. Cover her good. I'll let you do that. I'm going to get over here at chop a wee bit of parsley here now.
Alrighty, boss. Just spread it around, nothing special?
Cover she up, girl.
Cover she up. She's covering she up. I feel like any minute we should break into a song like There She Blows and say stuff like that. Ahoy, matey.
No, we never say things like that.
No, seriously, they did say ahoy, matey. They must have at least said that.
Now, we got a little bit of pepper, eh?
Okay.
Sprinkle.
Okay.
Yep. Don't need any salt.
Why?
Oh, there's salt in the salt pork.
Of course.
There you go.
All right. Okay.
Give it a pinch, a pinch of summer savory.
A pinch?
Yeah, just a pinch. But that's
How big a pinch?
Well, a pinch is
About that
a good pinch. I'll make it a good quarter teaspoonful.
That's a pinch.
Now sprinkle it all over well.
Okay.
Okay, now what we do, we have to put a bit of water in it. You
How
gotta,
much?
Oh, fill it all. You're gonna have to level it off. Just
Is
this
that
is it'll
enough?
work. Yeah, that'll do. That's good
Okay.
because the juice will come out of the fish
as well.
anyway. Now, see, I like to put a little bit of tin foil on it. If you have a different type of pan at home, well, you can use that, and it keeps it moist, and it's nicer.
Okay.
And a little quicker too, by the way.
All right, so is it ready for the oven
Oh,
then?
she's ready for the oven, girl.
All right. I'll put it in.
Yeah. Now, Lynn, don't forget, put that oven at 400 degrees, eh?
All right, how long?
Roughly about 10 minutes because we don't want to cook the fish, eh? We just want about half cook it because the rest will cook later on when we have the blanket on it.
We'll half cook the fish, and when we come back, we'll carry on with man in the pan and a scrumptious seafood chowder.
You made out? Okay, now what we have to do, Lynn, we're going to roll this out here. I'll sprinkle a little touch of flour, maybe back off a bit here. And I'll sprinkle a little bit of flour on the deck here. And I already have this biscuit dough made up. Now just make your favorite tea biscuit dough, Lynn, folks, and you don't use lard or for this recipe, just use a butter. And as what your recipe would call for. But don't forget, use the butter.
So the only change that you've made is to throw butter into it as opposed to lard.
That's
Otherwise,
right, your favorite tea biscuit dough.
All right.
That's all. Now, we call that a blanket, see?
Where's the man?
The man is in the pan. This time he doesn't have an oxtail on him, he's got a fish's tail. That's favorite fish. It's still man in the pan.
All right.
Now, we got a roller here somewhere, I believe, on deck or on board. Here we are. Now, you want to just make that the same size of the pan.
Sure.
I'm
about guessing here, but
8 by 10 or whatever the heck that pan is.
Let me figure. More?
Oh, yeah, right about by 8 by 10. Enough to fit that pan, right?
Okay. This is a very...
Here, I can finish it off
All right,
if you want.
finish it
Yeah,
off.
right on.
Do you want me to go get the pen?
Why not? Sure.
All right, we'll
Take
do.
her out. What we're going to do, folks, is we're going to make... Would you want to just put that down here?
Sure. Okay, I just got to close that oven door.
Yeah. Now, that should be good enough for now. What we're going to do, folks, I'm going to add a little water. Lynn, look, take that cup and go over to the pump is here, but the water's there.
But I actually set us up already, and I've got a little bit of water
you're ahead
here.
of me. Years ago, we used to always keep a big jar or a pot of brown flour, you see? So you could make it's nice to have that. Make your gravy browning, the same thing, right? And today we have the little magic key here, this kitchen bouquet browning and seasoning mix.
So that's a little bit of veering off of the old traditional galley cooking.
Yeah, it is, but a little cheating and be shot for a goose as a gander.
I love all these sayings you have. They're wonderful.
Well, I don't question anything, my girl, so long as it works.
Okay.
Anyway, that should be good. Now, what we'll do is we'll take a spoon, just tuck that in, you see. Try not to break your fish up if you can.
Okay.
Because remember, it's half cooked, so it shouldn't be too difficult. And just mix that in so that's going to thicken up. when it's put in the oven, you see?
I see.
And
Now,
no
see,
lumps, eh?
I would have thought you just poured it all over
No,
top.
you want to get it colored. You know, it's just make sure it's all stirred up. So you got a nice little brown color. Now, what we do is that blanket's ready to go on the man in the pan.
So let's put the blanket
There you
on
go.
the pan.
Sure.
And just
Yeah,
should
put
I
them
lay it
down.
over
Put
the
them down.
edge?
Yeah, well, we can do that. That's all
Help
right.
me.
That's okay.
Okay, there we go.
There you go.
Okay.
Now,
right.
just tuck him in.
Oh, just like Mother used to do. Isn't that sweet? All right, he's all
Yeah,
tucked in.
Put him to sleep now.
Okay. And it goes in the oven,
You
right?
betcha. Well, we got to do something here first. We take, what did I do with my little spoon? Okay, we just take this here, make a little, something, you know, some steam come out, eh? Just a little bit like
All
that.
right. Otherwise, it'll puff right up.
Yeah,
And,
you don't want to do that, see? That's good enough. And if you want a real brown crust, take some canned milk or cream or milk and a brush and just brush that over, gives a nice browner effect to it, you know, with a pie or something. Okay, now she's ready to go in the oven.
All right.
And that'll stay at 400 degrees.
Okay, what I'll do is I'll go put this in the oven.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get the one we've already cooked, and you can tell them the baking instructions because,
right.
hey, I think it's your show now. Let's go.
Okay. That oven should be on, again, left, or I should say left at 400 degrees. And just like your biscuit dough, when your biscuits are done in your oven at home, that's done too. You get a nice little brown color on it, she puffs up, and that's man in the pan.
And here's the finished man in the pan.
Aha, there we are.
Okay.
Now, okay, well, there she goes. It's simple,
right.
easy, and fast. Now,
What I'd like to do is cut into that so we can show the people at home what that looks like.
well, now we better get before we do that, we got to get a spatula or something to cut with.
Well, I've got it all
Okay.
taken care of. We're
Good
gonna
enough.
cut with this,
Right.
and is that about the right size?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see if we can get that up there.
Yeah. There you go.
All right. Oh, that smells delicious.
Yeah.
Now, can you go and get the chowder?
I sure will, ma'am, right away.
All right, you're not going to believe this chowder. It is so simple and easy to make. It starts with a can of soup. Oh, here he is. Here he is.
Okay.
All right, just tell the people what you've already
All
put
right.
in there.
What we've done, folks, is we've sauteed in butter, or you can use the old-fashioned scrunchions, the old rasher salt pork cubed up and fried out first, and then saute your onion. Your onions should be tasted but never seen, so that's why you saute them. Now, in the pot, of course, you cut up enough potatoes, and
Okay,
after that's been-
whoa. Okay, how many onions did you put in?
Oh, I'd say to taste. Well, myself, I'd put in 2 medium-sized chopped onions.
All right, and you just sauteed them quickly.
Yes, quickly in butter, and then, of course, touch of parsley, if you wish, and then just after that's done, I mean, the onions are sauteed, then you put in your spud, your potatoes, which are cubed. You could use as many potatoes you like, if you like less, more. Generally, what we're making here is about 5 or 6 medium-sized potatoes cut up in cubes. That is then put in the pot.
Okay, you peeled the potatoes.
Oh, of course you peel the spuds. But anyway, that's put in the pot and then just covered with enough water and then brought to a boil is what we've done here. Then when the potatoes are half cooked, you take the pot off the stove and add your fish. In this case, again, we're using a nice, lovely Salt Shore fresh haddock. And believe me, still lots of fish in the sea yet. And just add that to the pot.
Now, how much fish are you going to add?
Well, myself, I like using lots of fish, but I can appreciate if you're just making, say, enough for 3 or 4 people, then you can use about a pound of haddock fillets or cod fillets. That's fine and dandy too. And just add that to that mixture, as I said.
Okay.
And then just bring it up to a gentle boil. And when the potatoes are done, the fish will be done, which should be no more than 5-10 minutes.
Terrific.
Now that is then brought off. That is then taken off that's placed back in the stove, and then brought to a boil, again simmered or cooked for 5-10 or at least 10 minutes, and taken off the stove, cooled a bit, and then we do a little trick.
Okay, let's do a little trick right now. Let's pretend it's been cooking for 5 minutes, and let's go to the next step. What would you do?
Okay, now after that's cooked, a little trick. I find this pretty handy. And that's a can of cream of celery soup. You know, why bother to mess around with chopping up the celery and making the flour and water mixture and the butter? It's already here in the can, so just a little additive. I find it works. Lots of things you can do with this cream soup, and that should do it. Now, I'd say give that a little stir. I think I had a...
All right, I'll do the little stir.
right.
This fork will do it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Again, you just give that a wee bit of a stir.
All right, so we've put in our soup and our
Right.
fish. We've got all
Now,
our vegetables.
Right.
And is there anything else to do?
What do we do here now? Yes, when after that's all stirred up, my dear, look, a little bit of whole milk, 2%, whatever you like, just so that you've got enough in it. You know, just to change the color. Down east here in the Maritimes and all of Atlantic Canada, as a matter of fact, we like to use canned milk, the evaporated milk. So you can go 50-50 you'd like. This gives a nice distinct taste to it. So just put enough in there till you're satisfied.
What would be satisfied? About a cup?
Well, I'd say maybe, yes, in that you'd probably add about a cup of whole milk and a cup of this evaporated milk, and that's fine. Now, if you find your chowder a little bit thin, you've been used a little bit more water than you should have maybe, or overestimated, and don't forget fish has water in it, so made up mostly of water as a matter of fact, so you're going to get that too. I know what I find? I take a wee bit of instant mashed potatoes. Now, be careful with it because, you know, it can thicken up quite a bit. Just enough until it's done to your taste and satisfaction. Voila, there's your chowder.
There you go. You've got all your little tips and your little chips, cooks.
One more.
One more thing,
Yeah,
sorry.
sure. Now, that's your basic fish chowder. Look, you can go and get some nice scallops, cut them in half if you wish to, add those to the pot. And that's prior to adding your milk, of course. Don't do this until you've
Okay, we cook all the fish together.
Yes, you cook it
All
together.
right.
Maybe a little mixture of some nice crab meat. And you can put some lobster in if you feel real rich. Go ahead, go for it. And there's your seafood chowder. You can also add a couple of cans of clams. You know, the clams, the regular ones you buy in the store.
Okay.
Dump that in, away you go.
So basically, I kind of told a fib. We didn't start with a can of soup. We ended with a can of soup. I'm Lynette Louise. We've been Cross Country Cooking on the Bluenose.
'Twas on a fine day in the last week of May. We boarded our fair ship. We got our gear stowed below, and away we did go, and we started on a grand fishing trip. Now, the crew were all eager on our good ship, the Cape Beaver, and they're all hardy fishermen, and our skipper, Captain Morris, sure, he set a true course for 10 days of fishing to begin. Well, after a while, we saw a broad smile on our skipper's weather-beaten face. Then he called us to the galley where he gave a little rally of what he planned was going to take place. Oh, he gave us quite a start as he spoke from his heart about how this old world has changed. That a woman was aboard, it struck us like a sword, and Carol the Observer she was named. Well, we were just about able to hold on to the table as into our midst she sat, and our skipper looked delighted at what he had sighted, for each and every man removed his hat.
Cross Country Cookin', brought to you by Campbell's. More delicious ideas in every tin. Good. And Sifto, baking soda, naturally. And Eaton's, good satisfactory or money refunded.